What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video by Helmet 49ers podcast. I'm your host, JT. My co-host is my dad.
What's up, JT? What's up?
First up, like
and subscribe.
Cue the intro music. So this is NFL Draft Crush's defense. Last time we did the offense.
Yep. All right. So it's the defense side. It's the turn for the defense. And you ready to do this?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, we had our crushes for the offense. Now we're going to show our crushes on the defense side. And number one, and it seems to be trending. We've loved this guy for a while, but just recently we've been listening to a bunch of podcasts and reading mock drafts, right?
Yeah. And the player that goes to the Niners a lot in mock drafts is Max Melton.
Yeah.
Brother of Bo Melton.
Yeah, he seems to be loved by many 49er mock drafts. So, why do we have a crush on this guy, huh? JT?
One year he led the his conference in pump blocks with 3.
Wow.
What? And he's kind of a ball hawk too, because in 2023 he got 3 interceptions, and 2022 2 interceptions, and 2021 3 interceptions.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. That's pretty consistent throughout the years. That's good. What is he at? He's 5'11". Oh, besides that, he's a cornerback, in case anybody was wondering. They say that he can play inside and out, so slot and the outside corner. So he's very versatile. We did see him in an interview, and he seemed very intelligent, well-spoken. I think this guy would be a great fit for the Niners because we do need either an outside corner or inside. Since Demo can play either one, we're kind of open to, if we draft a cornerback, we can get either a nickel or an outside corner. And this guy can do both. So, what's his stats again? He's 5'11".
Yeah, 187.
Mm-hmm.
And ignore these 46 pass deflections because that's not true. But yeah, of course, 3 interceptions, 2 interceptions, and then 3 interceptions.
Okay. And then you were showing the combine workout?
Yeah, his combine workout was 4.39 40-yard dash.
It's really good.
And then a 40.5-inch vertical, which is 94 percentile, 136-inch broad jump, 99 percentile.
Well, that shows his explosion, so that's really good. Very explosive athlete. His 10-yard split was in the 82nd percentile. Really good also. Arm length is above average, which is great. So that is a guy that, what round do you think he'll be falling to? He seems to be getting hot right now.
Honestly, I feel like I'd be surprised if he were to fall to us in the second round.
So we're hitting like at the end of the second round, huh? So you don't feel like he might not make it to us then?
Yeah.
So either we get him in the first with our 31st pick, or we can trade back or trade up from the third round, somewhere in the mid-second maybe to get him. Yeah, he seems to be getting really hot now. The Niners are not the only ones looking at him. I'm sure a lot of people have interviewed him and things like that, other teams. So he could be a hot commodity, and he might be tough to get. And he might go earlier than we think. So that's good. All right.
So next person is Kool-Aid McKinstry, another cornerback. Most of these are going to be cornerbacks from Alabama. He didn't participate in the combine, but he ran a 4.47 as pro day.
and that's with a fracture in his foot, a Jones fracture. So he did pretty well in his. Although these measurables weren't, they didn't update this on the Buzz. What if we refresh this? Maybe this 40 time will be refreshed because right now it says 455. Draft Buzz is pretty good with updating, but I guess they did not update it with his pro day workout. So 447, that's really good. Um, he's 6 foot tall, 199. Um, yeah, like he plays for the SEC, right? So Alabama is a big time program. So he goes up against some of the best wide receivers in college. So how many years was he in? He's a junior, so he has been in college for 3 years. Yep. Does it say no interceptions?
Yeah, it looks like it. Let's see how many interceptions he's got over the years.
Okay, let's check it out.
2.
So not much of a ball hawk as I would like. I mean, from the beginning of this whole draft cycle, I just loved his name. So that's not the best reason to draft somebody for sure. But he's from Alabama. He's a good size cornerback with good technique. I think he would be a pretty good pickup if the Niners would be willing to use their first round. This would be a first round pick, right? He's looking to be a first round, maybe.
Yeah, or early second.
Early second. So it would have to be our first pick of the draft if we want to get him. Yeah. So far, he's a solid cornerback. Um, and I think he would fill in very nicely as an outside corner for us.
Also, he does punt returns, so
That's always a bonus.
obviously we're both looking for a kick or punt returner, preferably both. But punt return, being just a punt returner, that's fine.
Yeah,
Along with being a good cornerback.
Yep, I'll take that. All right.
So next person is T.J. Tampa.
Yeah, we're going cornerback heavy in this crush here. So he's measuring 6'1", pretty tall, 189, a little on the lighter side. He ran his 40 says 445, but we don't know where they got that time from. He's just categorized under other. So he's a very solid cornerback. Reading up on his strengths, it's always important that they have very fluid hips, ready to turn either way and mirror the wide receivers they're covering. He says they have excellent positioning and hand usage throughout the routes, maintaining close coverage. He's a physical presence too against the run. So with his size at 6'1", he likes to get his nose in there to stop the run too. Most importantly, for me, I like a player that has a high football IQ, and TJ Tampa has that. He's even a strong tackler in the open field. Man, that covers a lot. Of course, he has a few weaknesses here and there. Overly aggressive, a little inconsistency in his pat level, affecting his quickness in directional changes. It says there's all some things that can be coached, right? I mean, that's why they come to the NFL to get coached up some more. And but I think he has a great base of skills. What do you think, JT?
Yeah, I think he'd be a good fit for the Niners, and he'd probably go in like the second or third round range, I would say.
Yeah, I would say so too. That would be my guess. All right, let's do more cornerbacks, it seems.
Yeah. I think our second favorite for both of us on cornerbacks is Mike Sandstro,
Mm-hmm.
a 5'9" cornerback out of Michigan, 182.
A senior too, so he's played a good amount of years. What does his stats say?
This past season, 5 interceptions, 2 touchdowns.
Okay, you really blew it up then. I mean, you went from 0 from all the other years to 1 in 2022 and blew up to 5. So it's not a long um, streak that you can go by history of how he's playing the ball and whether or not he's a ball hawk. So he had 5 last year, but which one is the real Mike Sainristil? Is it the 1 interception, 0 interception, or is it the 5 interception guy? Um, so what are some of the best things? The guy's a little small, but he's at 5'9", and what position is he probably going to play?
Nickel and slot.
Yeah, nickel slot. How about his measurables?
Well, he's obviously pretty short, so that's why he's going to play slot.
Uh-huh.
A 4.47 4-year dash, pretty good. 40-inch vertical, extremely good. 131-inch broad jump, 94 percentile.
40 inches is really good, especially for his height. That's very impressive.
A 4.01 shuttle, 85 percentile. And his 3 cone, at least it's under 7 seconds. That's good, right?
Yeah, you like it to be under 7. So that's excellent. Although it's only 39 percentile though, but he did go under 7 seconds. So, what are some of the things that they talk about that make him special?
Exceptional ball skills.
Yeah.
Because he used to be a wide receiver in Michigan.
Okay. Yeah. Oh man. Relentless motor. Oh man. Advanced route recognition. Highly competitive and scrappy. Fierce competitor. He's got blitzing ability. Proficient in zone coverage, and that's what we play mostly. He's intelligent and quick and twitchy, and strong in the run support. Everything sounds so great. I mean,
and wasn't he like a captain in Michigan?
I believe he was. So he's a great leader too.
Obviously, his weaknesses is that he's short.
Players can play well at 5'9", play bigger than they are. That's not a big deal.
His experience at cornerback is relatively limited because he mostly played for a couple of years. He played wide receiver.
That's not bad. Yeah, I can see that.
Struggles with man coverage.
That's probably the biggest one. I would say it's always easier to teach a person who's good at man coverage to play zone instead of a zone coverage kind of guy to learn how to play man. So that will be a little tough for him. But experience, if he's this good already, he sounds like he's great. He has relatively limited experience playing corner. Give him 2 years, I think he'll be awesome. All right, let's get to the next one. Next cornerback.
Chris Abrams-Draine.
Okay, I know this is a lot of cornerbacks for us, but we're having a pattern here. It seems like we love the secondary, cornerbacks especially.
So he's probably going to play slot if he gets drafted by the 49ers.
That's what we've heard, that he could be a great slot corner.
So last season he got 4 interceptions and a forced fumble and 9 pass deflections. And then in 2021 he also got 3 interceptions.
Okay.
So he either gets nothing or a good amount of interceptions.
Yeah, looks like it. All right. How do you do in his workout?
Solid 4.44.
That's good.
But he did vertical and he did not do very well.
Oh, that's not so hot. Yeah. 10-yard split was in the 70 percentile. That's pretty good. He didn't do a lot of the other drills, huh? The 3-cone, 20-yard shuttle, broad. That's okay. Okay. In this case, we were really looking for a nickelback. So looking for Demo to go outside, I guess, in that scenario, and then um, Abrams Drain will come in and handle the nickel duties. So um, there were some good descriptions that we had found. He has elite agility and speed, uh, making him adept at shadowing receivers, exceptional ball skills, with natural instinct for locating passes, um, versatile in coverage, capable of various defensive schemes, with a natural feel for zone and man responsibilities. And he excels in press man coverage. Uh, he can diagnose plays, uh, physical and run support. So this sounds like a nice prospect for us. He has some weaknesses, lacks ideal size, um, tackling technique needs refinement. Uh, yeah, so coachable things again.
The next player is Kalen Bullock of USC. So at the combine, he ran a 4.48 and 6'2", 188.
Yeah, pretty tall safety, right? He's a safety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his first season in USC, he got 2 interceptions. Second season, 5 interceptions and a touchdown. And this past season, 2 interceptions and a touchdown.
Okay. Okay. That's not too bad. At least he has interceptions every single season he played. Yeah. Um, I like this guy. We saw some of his film, and they they say that he's a ball hawk, which is something that is really important to me when choosing a safety. I like takeaways, and that's important for big momentum swings in a game. Some of his strengths, he has elite ball skills because he used to play receiver. Um, Very instinctual play recognition, a strong tackler, versatile in coverage, both zone and man. Can contribute to special teams. That's great. Good speed and agility. And acts like a coach on the field, a quick thinker. So that high football IQ seems to be apt with this player. So, what round do you think this guy could go in? Safeties are usually falling, aren't they, JT?
Yeah, I think he could fall to us in the 3rd round.
Third round, yeah, it could be a third round draft pick, fourth round possibly. Safeties fall, but he is one of the better safeties in the draft too, so he could easily go in the third. I agree. All right, let's get to the last couple here. Now, this is Jeremiah Trotter Jr. He is the son of Jeremiah Trotter. I believe he was a linebacker for the Eagles. 6 foot, 228 on the lighter side, huh?
Yeah, and he's injured, so he didn't run he didn't do anything at the combine, or he didn't do anything as pro day, so he's gonna have a private workout.
Yeah. It looks like he did a few things. He did do a 3-cone. I think he was limited. He did do a shuttle run.
I guess he did do stuff.
Yeah, some stuff, but not. He didn't run the 40, like you said. Um, they were estimating 4.60 from some other time. Um, Numbers aren't great. They're kind of middle of the road. 3-cone, 713, the 49 percentile right here. They this website, I believe, said that he was almost like Fred Warner like. I think it was this side or another one. So right there, kind of like Fred Warner's a prototypical type of linebacker that we need in our defense. And if we could find another one, say third round or something like that, I think that would be a great find for us. Highly competitive and energetic, good speed, Fred Warner like traits. Great in coverage. And that's what Fred Warner is. Quick to read the run, got good agility and speed, uh, experience in coverage, superior eye discipline at reading a quarterback in zone coverage, excels in the blitz, powerful hits. Yep. So most of it's his weaknesses. Faces challenges in the run defense um, when he has to go up against offensive linemen. Sometimes mistimes tackles. Um, Physical strength is not elite, but he looks more like a jacked up safety. So, like I said, he's lightweight, and that's something he can maybe add some pounds. Easy to say. Players don't always just come to the NFL and start adding muscle and pounds. Uh, but they said Fred Warner was too light too, but he's playing just fine. So Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Last one.
Adisa Isaac, Penn State defensive end. He was on the other side of Chop Robinson.
Chop Robinson. Yeah, that's right. Chop. His nickname was Pork Chop. Because when he was born a 14-pound baby, which is extremely heavy. So they nicknamed him Pork Chop because he was big. Okay, yeah. So edge rusher, like you said, he he's 6'4", 247. He ran the 40 pretty quickly at 4.74. Um, Shuttle was 4.27, which is 76th percentile. His broad jump, as pro day, yes, you're right. His vertical was pretty good at 34.5. Broad is 123 at 89 percentile, so that was really good. So I think this is a good. We think this is a good defensive end again. He's not going to be a really high draft pick, and I think that the way we've been thinking, me and JT, defensive end is not going to be our highest priority. It shouldn't be for the Niners.
Probably is.
Although it is. Exactly. You're right. They do love their D-line. But I think we should focus on some other positions that have not been focused on by the Niners in the first few rounds. So this guy used to be a sleeper in a way. I mean, this guy probably could have been had in third round or something, but now who knows? He could be climbing boards and going up to maybe the second round. So some of his strengths, 2 or 3 point stances, he's comfortable in. Effective hand techniques. Has an elite level 2-hand swipe. Good lateral agility, ability to execute stunts. Possesses a strong, powerful frame at 6'5".
High motor,
High
motor.
IQ
play.
There you go. That's some of the things that I love. High motor, always wanting to make a play, and understanding football. Very important traits. Some of the weaknesses. Too often displaced by advanced blocking due to poor anchor and technique. Low stiffness in the ankles and hips. Occasionally laid off the ball on rundowns. Tendency to leave assigned gap. which is not great. But of course, coaching can help. Uh, Good coaching, our type of coaching. All right, so that's about it, huh? That's the last of our draft crushes for the defensive side, right?
Yes. Well, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and goodbye. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video by Helmet to Helmet 49ers podcast. I'm your host JT. My co-host is my dad.
What's up, JT? Ready for the mock drafts?
First, don't forget to like
and subscribe.
Cue the intro music. So today we're going to be doing a mock draft where I am the GM on Pro Football Network, and there will be no trades, and my dad will be the assistant GM.
Yep.
And we're going to do the same exact thing, but I am going to be the assistant GM, and my dad's going to be the main GM.
That'll be on another day, another podcast,
Yes.
Okay? Yeah, so this would be our first mock draft of the season. We've done a lot of these already just on our own. But this would be the first one that we'll be doing with everybody else. And like I said, 3 rounds, right? We're just going to limit it to 3 rounds. There's 7 rounds in the draft, but we're just going to do 3 just to keep it nice and simple and short and sweet. So we're going to go at a normal speed. That's what you were choosing, right, JT? So not too fast, not too slow, just right. And we can see how this draft unfolds, right?
Yes.
Let's do it. Let's enter it. All right. On the Bears, Caleb Williams. That's where it should go. 3 quarterbacks first.
This top 5 is realistic.
Yeah. Elite Neighbors. I've seen that so many times. This looks like all the other mocks. The Vikings took J.J. McCarthy.
The 2 went to the Rams.
So right about now, we're coming up to our pick.
Wait, let them. Wait, no way.
No! Oh! What were you so bummed out about?
I thought that maybe Latham could fall to Niners because that usually doesn't happen.
Yeah, he's an offensive tackle from Alabama, highly rated, and some weird things happen. You know, people fall, and J.C. Latham went at number 29 to the Saints. Actually, they traded in. You see the little icon, the little blue icon? That means there was a trade. So somebody jumped in front and traded for J.C. Latham. That's something that we should have done if there was a mock draft with trades. We could have traded up right there and taken Latham. That would have been pretty good. So, okay, first pick, GM.
I'm not going to take any one of these 2 defensive tackles at all.
Those are highly rated, though. You get a bargain. They're rated 21, 26.
Graham Barton, I'm definitely going to think about this.
Graham Barton, yeah.
Very intelligent, apparently.
Apparently,
yeah. Apparently.
He's solid. He guard, center. He even played tackle, too. So he can play everything in college, but his arm's a little short. So, yeah. Okay, he'd probably be interior offensive line.
Yeah, I'd want him to go against Feliciano for the starting spot at right guard if you were to go to the Niners. And there's Kingsley Suamatea.
Suamatea, that's pretty good. good
offensive
pronunciation.
Tackle from BYU.
Okay, yeah. So, what are you looking for your first pick? What kind of positions are you looking at particularly? Since looks like you're gonna cut all the defensive tackles out, I guess you have a certain order of things you want to do, importance.
Someone get Michael Penix. So it's probably gonna be offensive line or cornerback.
Okay.
And there aren't any cornerbacks who are drafting in the late first round.
Yeah, TJ Tampa, one of our crushes.
Yeah, that's a bit too early. Not last year.
But you won't get him if you wait till your next pick. That's the tricky thing. That's the assistant GM talking.
And you can't really trade back. There are no trading allowed.
We are choosing not to do any trades. We could trade in this website, but we're deciding not to trade this time just to make things easy. All right. So, who are you narrowing it down to now? Since there was no corners, I guess you're looking only at offensive linemen.
We could get the fastest player, but I would make it between Graham Barton and Kingsley.
Yeah, it seems like that's a common one, especially Kingsley being rated at 35th overall. He usually will be there when we pick at 31. So Kingsley will always be an option. It seems like. Do you want an offensive tackle um, who needs a little bit of work, probably what it seems like, or Graham Barton, an interior offensive lineman who's probably ready to go? You could probably even play him at center or guard, depending on who he needs to replace. Who's. So, what do you think? Offensive tackles. It is a deep draft for offensive tackles, and those are worth more than interior offensive linemen. Worth more as in more important. You know.
I think I'm gonna go with Graham Barton because he seems like the more NFL ready prospect, and obviously the Niners are a win now team,
Good point. Very good point.
and the Niners just extended Cole McKivitz, so he's gonna be with the Niners for 2 years probably.
Yeah, that's true. Doesn't mean that we can't get offensive tackle in the next pick. But like you said, Kingsley could be a little bit of a project, might not be ready to start yet. But Graham Barton is good enough to overtake Brendel or Spencer Burford's position. So he could be a plug and play type of player. So I think that's a good choice, GM.
Yep, and the Niners aren't paying
Oh,
Felice.
Kingsley went right
God,
after to the Chiefs.
and the Niners aren't paying Feliciano starter money. We're paying him like backup money.
Yeah, so Feliciano could be a swing guard too.
Were they to the Ravens? God, that'd be ridiculous in real life.
If you go with TJ Tampa, Malachi Corley,
Listen to him.
Max Melton just went at number 56.
Wait, Johnny. Oh no! Don't make me do this.
So we're going to reject all trades and we're just going to stick with the picks that we have. Number 63 in the second round. Um, so we are at a crossroads again. GM, you have a 21st ranked player still hanging there, Johnny Newton. And I heard that he was a very good defensive tackle out of Illinois. That would be such a bargain to get his type of talent onto the Niners and make the D line even more of a strength. Um, so, what do you think? What are your possible positions that you would be looking for in the second round, JT?
I would look for an edge. Actually, not really an edge. A cornerback,
Cornerback still? Yeah, you didn't get one.
safety, tight end, and wide receiver.
How about offensive tackle?
Mm,
Are there
I
any?
think we could make Cal McKivitz.
Oh no, you can now you can count on McKivitz. Okay, yeah, no, I mean,
And there aren't really any offensive tackles.
yeah, looking at it, it looks like you're right. A lot of the better offensive tackles worth taking at this pick is gone. So okay, so tight end, wide receiver, safety, and cornerback, but not defensive tackle.
Would you draft Johnny Newton if you're in this situation?
I think I would,
Oh,
but I'm just the assistant GM. I have no say in this. I'm just here to help you out here. Uh,
I mean, Legette's right here. I really like Leggett.
okay, yeah, totally true. He he's a speedster, 4.39, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he can do returns too. Um,
But didn't break out until his last year.
that's true. He only has 1 year of starting experience. We did lose Ray McLeod. We don't have a returner or a a really good fourth receiver um, after Jawan Jennings and the top two guys, of course. Um, so a wide receiver with that talent could be very helpful in his rookie year. Cameron Kitchens ran a slow 40, but he has great reaction time and is I would say, a ball hawk. So he has great instincts, read and react type of speed. Um, you got the second best tight end and third best in this ranking, at least, Jatavian Sanders and Ben Sinnott, both really good too. You got one of the best, if not the best, linebacker, Peyton Wilson, just hanging there too. There's a lot of talent. Anything else below this? Cedric Gray, a couple of safeties, Ricky Pearsall. Okay, you got a lot to choose from, GM. What are you thinking?
For me, it's either Leggett or
Uh-huh.
Johnny Newton.
Okay,
I'm considering that since he's fallen.
that is a good deal. Good deal.
I mean, the Niners just got 2 defensive tackles in the offseason. So do we really need one? But they did lose Armstead.
They did lose Armstead, but we did get Collins. Malik Collins, I think. He's a pretty good starter. Yeah, but this would upgrade our defensive tackle position, or you can go for wide receiver. Unless you have another wide receiver in mind that you could get in the next round. So that's what you have to think about. Or you still haven't addressed the cornerback position at all either. Tough decisions for the GM. Tough job, isn't it?
I think I'm going to go with Johnny Newton.
Okay. All right. Put in the card. You're taking Johnny Newton. Defensive
kind
tackle.
Of unrealistic because he's not going to fly far.
That's true. But you can only go by what you see here. Any scenario could happen. You knew he was going to be going pretty soon. Yeah. Oh, Mike Sanders still is gone. Renardo Green. Ricky Pearsall. Oh, this is painful.
Okay, at least Cole Bishop fought.
Cole Bishop, you just said that he's gone now. Roger Rosengarten's gone. Jeremiah Trotter, one of our defensive crushes, just went. Okay, reject right before our pick. Oh, Puny's gone too. All right, so what do we got
left? What
are
the cornerbacks been like?
Josh Newton from TCU. Andrew Phillips, Kentucky, a good nickelback.
And there's Kieran as well. But he's a big project player because he's also from a small school.
You probably need 2 years maybe to get him going, maybe. Just totally guessing. Kalen Bullock.
One of our draft crushes.
Yep, safety from USC. Looking like he's just waiting for us to pick him. Austin Booker, Kansas edge. I like him too. James Williams, you know about him. Cade Stover, one of my draft crushes for offense. Tight end out of Ohio State. Yeah, there's a lot of talent here again. So what are we going to do? What's going through your head? What positions are you going to focus on?
So it's between 3 people for me: Kalen Bullock, Kieran, and Andrew Phillips.
Corner, okay. Yep.
Kalen Bullock from California, bit of a ball hawk.
Mm-hmm.
Has a lot of potential. Kieran, and then Andrew Phillips
mm-hmm.
is a slot corner.
Mm-hmm.
And also, DeAndre Lenore can move to outside.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Well, what do you think would be best and most helpful for the Niners this coming season, and of course the future, 2025 too?
I'm gonna go with Andrew Phillips.
Andrew Phillips. Okay, yeah, that's one of the biggest holes that the Niners have right now is at nickelback. You don't want Ambry Thomas coming in doing outside corner, and Demo going over to the nickel. That didn't work out too well. So we need to shore up either the outside corner or the nickel. So in your first 3 picks, they look pretty good. I would be pretty stoked with this. What do you think? How do you think your draft went?
Well, I'm really happy with Graham Barton. I would really like that pick in real life.
Yeah, solid.
Johnny Newton, I would be concerned on why he's falling so much.
Oh, true that. True. There's a reason why players fall, especially that far. If he is a first round pick to go all the way to the second round, I'm, say like a mid first round pick to fall to the second. That's a pretty far drop. Okay. So, okay.
And Andrew Phillips, I'm happy with that too because we need a cornerback, and I'm found the slot cornerback.
Yeah, I think he will do well. Yeah, pretty solid overall. Pretty solid. I'm a fan of Barton too. Too bad no offensive tackle. That probably was the biggest bummer. But it's only a 3-round draft. But if you don't get an offensive tackle early, it's going to be a project player pretty much. So you pretty much got to get him with the first round pick. Other than that, you probably won't be an early starter in his rookie year, I'd say. I don't know. Not too bad. So good scenario. So maybe for the next, it seemed pretty short actually. Maybe we should do 4 rounds in the next one. There's a lot more players, so much more talent out there, and we have multiple 4th round picks too. So maybe next mock draft we'll go 4 rounds instead. What do you think, JT?
Yeah, next time I'll do a 4-round mock draft with trades.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. And I'll be putting up a mock draft 2 where I'll be GM, just like JT was saying, and he'll be assistant GM, helping me out, giving me some advice, and we'll do another mock draft. We'll try 4 rounds next, no trades, and see how that runs. Okay? Sounds good?
Yes.
All right. Pretty good mock draft, JT. Pretty good.
Well, that wraps up for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and goodbye.